Alright, well, I had no intentional to make a video. Well, I do have videos coming. Taste test videos, actually. So stay tuned for those. I do have two taste test videos. So, which I might do tomorrow or over the weekend, maybe. I don't know. So I'll see how it goes. But stay tuned for those. But I just want to say, and again, my own opinion, and again, I mean, in all due respect to like anything else, that, Jeffrey shared me a comment, which, again, the hate in this world, this country shows every day, the hate, it really does, and I mean, it is what it is, I mean, but it's just ridiculous, though, the way people just have, like, anymore, it's just like people have no regard for anything, people just care for themselves, care about making money. Nobody cares about respect, kindness, nothing anymore. And it's sad. It really is. It's like people have lost in touch with so much, and when it never used to be. But agreeing with Mr. McJuggerNugget or Jesse, I think his name is, the last video I just posted, wanting an abortion or not want his own child because he's finding out it's going to have a disability. And then, of course, you get people who agree with his decision and what he did, stating that we don't need any more disabled people in this country, in this world. There's enough. Like, at the end of the day, you should be a freaking nothing but ashamed of yourself for saying that, honestly, because do you think people can help it? Do you think that it's their fault that if guy, girl, don't matter, child, that they got a disability or find out they got a disability or some sort of a disorder, whatever it may be? Do you think it's their fault? Do you think they asked for it? You know what I mean? Just like people who get sick, who get viruses, diseases, whatever. Do you think they asked for it? No. I don't think so. It's part of life. It is what it is. Stuff happens, man. You don't ask for it. You don't wish for it. You don't, So it's like, do you really think people with disabilities, stuff that they can't help, do you think they like it? Do you think they wished for it? And to say, like, oh, we don't need no more, there's enough. Like, man, like, it's just absolutely ridiculous and a shame, man. Like I said, I'm not saying you're not entitled to your opinion. No, man, I respect your opinion. You got every right. I'm just saying, like, seriously, man, like, people that have disabilities, it's not their fault, man. Whether they find out or they were born with it. But like I said, do you think they asked for it? No, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, and for people to just be like, not have a care in the world, saying, yeah, man, you did the right thing. We don't need no more handicap or, disabled people. Like, I just, again, man, the hate in this country, this world, like I said, man, it shows every day. And like I said, you try to avoid it because, but honestly, it don't matter, man. You try to avoid things as much as you want. It's difficult, no matter what. But I think it's just ridiculous and crazy because, like I said, man, people out there who have illnesses or whatever it may be, it's like, do you think they asked for it? No. It's like, no, and just like, again, nobody asks for a disability or a disorder. And again, whatever it may be, I'm not going to, but again, no, they don't ask for it, man. They don't wish for it. Do you think people out there who have Down syndrome, Tourette's, autism, do you think they asked for it? No, man. It's not their fault. Just like, what about people who are like, well, even like my dad, born blind. Well, my dad wasn't born blind, but you know what I mean. Like, do you think they asked for it? Do you think they wished for it? No. Hey, it just, things happen, man, that, yeah, you don't like or you don't expect or, you don't ask for it, man. You don't, but to say stuff like, oh, yeah, man, you did it right, man. We don't need no more of those kind of people. Wow, man. Like, it's nice that you treat people like objects or like, they're nobody, just because they're different, man. Everybody's different, man. That's, God made us all to be different, but that's what makes us more special, you know. And like I say, I think it's just, again, man, crazy, if you ask me, because like I said, man, do you think people ask for it, man? But at the end of the day, you should love your kid, your child, no matter what, whether it has a disability or not. And that's a shameful that, yeah, you don't want it. And then you get people that agree. And again, I'm not saying I don't respect your opinion, that you don't have a right to your opinion. No, it's not what I'm saying. You have every right, but still, it's shameful. Because like I said, man, do you think people ask? No, like, yeah, like I said, it's insane, man. But like I said, the hate in this country, in this world, like I said, every single day, man, it really shows. It doesn't hide, It don't hide no more. And it's absolutely crazy, man. It's like, what happened to, it never used to be this badly, man, where everybody, was not this freaking hateful and ignorant, That's why I say the evil and the darkness is growing and really just out of control. And like I said, it shows, But anyway, guys, not to make this too much longer, I just want to say that, And again, y'all can come at me with the hate. I don't really give a shit. At the end of the day, anymore, I do not give a shit about the hate. You can throw your little threats and blah 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 and all this bullshit. It's like, dude, whatever, man. I know you're just trying to be intimidating. You're trying to scare, and no, dude, I don't care. Because, like I said, at this point, dude, and the way things are, it's like, dude, all I'm trying to do is just live life, dude. Live life. That's it, man. So, at the end of the day, you can do your... I really don't give a shit. It's like... Because I know how it is. It's like, dude, I really don't care, man. You can keep throwing around your hate and this and that, and it's like, dude, I really don't care, man. You're not going to intimidate or scare me. I really don't care, dude. You don't have to watch my videos. You don't have to be subscribed to my channel, because at the end of the day, I don't care. I could have only 1 subscriber or 2 subscribers, and I wouldn't care. I would still make videos no matter what. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's like, I don't do this for the fame and fortune, man. I'm not at it. I don't do this for money. I don't do this because I want to be the most popular person on YouTube. No, dude. I just do it for me, for fun. That's it. So, like I said, I can lose subscribers. I don't care. Losing subscribers don't bother me. Either, hey, I'll gain them back, or, hey, I don't care, man. I'll always, like I said, continue to make videos. Whether I have 2,000 or 2 subscribers, I would make videos no matter what. So, but anyway, guys, thank you all for watching.